Welcome all. In this lecture, we are trying to solve some more examples by using Cauchy-Riemann equations and analytic function. Okay, so this is our next example. Prove that analytic function with constant modulus is constant. Okay, so first of all, write down given thing. Given f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic. Okay, so this function is analytic. Therefore, by CR condition or CR equations, what are the CR equations? Partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to partial derivative of v with respect to y, and partial derivative of u with respect to y is equal to minus of partial derivative of v with respect to x. Okay, if given function is analytic, then this function satisfies CR conditions. Now we have also given this function has a constant modulus. So also given f of z has constant modulus. That means mod of f of z, but f of z is u plus iv. That means this is equal to square root of real part of f of z means square of u square plus v square is c. C means constant. Okay, so this implies u square plus v square is equal to c square, since by square. Okay, our target, what is our target? Our target is to show that this f of z is a constant. When this function is constant, when we say that this function is a constant, f of z is a function of u and u and v are functions of x and y. This f of z is constant if both u and v are constant. Okay, when we say that f of z is constant, if both u and v are constant. So our target is to show that this u and v are constant functions. Okay, and what we have? We have this function is analytic, so this function satisfies CR conditions. So these conditions are in our hand. So using these conditions, we are trying to show that this u and v are constant. Okay, so for applying this CR condition for that equation, so differentiate this with respect to x. So we get derivative of u square is 2u into partial derivative of u with respect to x. Okay, because u is a function of both x and y. That's why we are taking here partial derivative plus derivative of v square is 2v into partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to derivative of constant is 0. And now divide by 2, we get u into partial derivative of u with respect to x plus v into partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to 0. Now this becomes our equation number 1, since by dividing both sides by 2. Now differentiate this equation star, differentiate equation star with respect to y, with respect to variable y. So we get 2u into partial derivative of u with respect to y plus 2v into partial derivative of v with respect to y is equal to derivative of constant is 0. So this implies u into d by u by d by y plus v into d by v by d by y is equal to 0, since by dividing both sides by 2. Okay, so our requirement is to use these two equations and write this in single variable, either in u or in v. So for that we are writing this using these two equations. We are writing in only one variable u. So for that we should remove the term containing v. So in this equation we are using CR conditions for converting this partial derivative with respect to y into partial derivative with respect to x. So we know that partial derivative of u with respect to y become minus phi partial derivative of phi with respect to x. So this term become minus u into partial derivative of phi with respect to x plus phi as it is, and we know that partial derivative of phi with respect to y become partial derivative of u with respect to x. So in that way we get this equation is in partial derivative with respect to x. And now this is our equation number 2. Now remove term of phi using equation 1 and equation 2. So in equation 1, partial derivative of phi with respect to x together with phi, and in equation 2, partial derivative of phi with respect to x together with minus u. So multiply equation 1 by u, that means u into equation 1. Both terms are with opposite sign, so take addition plus multiply equation 2 by variable of partial derivative, coefficient of partial derivative of phi with respect to x, that means by phi into equation 2. So equation 1 become u square into partial derivative of u with respect to x, then this plus sign u into v into partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to 0. So multiplying equation 1 by u and equation 2 by phi, we get minus u into v partial derivative of v with respect to x plus phi into v square partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0. And then take addition. That means what we have done in this equation, in this step, we are making coefficient of partial derivative of phi with respect to x are same. So check this, here coefficient is u into v, here is also coefficient of u into v. So now adding this with opposite sign, so this term will get cancelled. What is remaining? U square into partial derivative of u with respect to x plus v square into partial derivative of u with respect to x is remaining. So take partial derivative term common. So we get this term into partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0. Now this term is constant. We know that u square plus v square is equal to constant, which is non-zero constant. So shift this non-zero constant toward right side. So 0 divided by any non-zero constant become 0. So we get partial derivative of u with respect to x is 0. When we say that given function has derivative 0, if this function is a constant function, and therefore your u is constant, right? Because derivative of u is 0. Derivative is 0 only when our function is a constant function. So that's why u is a constant function. Now similarly show that phi is also a constant function. So for that, using equation 1 and 2, remove the term of partial derivative of u with respect to x, and for that check the coefficient of partial derivative of u with respect to x in equation 1 and in equation 2. So in equation 1, partial derivative term of u having coefficient u, so multiplying u by equation 2, so u into equation 2, and then coefficient of partial derivative of u with respect to x in equation 2 is v, so multiplying v by equation 1, v into equation 1, and in both equations, both partial derivative term of x, u with respect to x having same sign. So take addition of these two, subtraction of these two equations. Only then this term will get cancelled. So multiplying equation 1 by v, we get u into v into partial derivative of u with respect to x, right? Then plus v square into partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to 0. and then multiplying equation 2 by u. This is our equation 2. So multiply this equation by u, we get minus u square into partial derivative of v with respect to x plus u into v into partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0. And now take subtraction of these two equations. So subtract this equation in above equation. So sign will get changed. So this instead of minus we get plus, and this plus by minus. And now these two terms having same term with opposite sign. So this term will get cancelled, and what is remaining? Remaining term is u square into partial derivative of v with respect to x plus v square into partial derivative of v with respect to x is equal to 0. So we get u square plus v square, and take partial derivative term common, because in both terms partial derivative of v with respect to x is present, so take this term common. So in that way we get partial derivative of v with respect to x is 0, since u square plus v square is c square, and therefore 0 divided by c square is 0. So this is non-zero. Okay. So in that way we get partial derivative of phi is 0, and therefore phi is constant function. Okay, phi is constant function, and therefore f of z is equal to u plus v iv, u plus iv is a constant function. So in that way, very easily we can prove that our result. Okay, so our result is to prove f of z is a constant function having constant modulus. So here we are just using CR conditions, and one standard result, derivative is 0 when function is constant. So in that way we get our result. Okay. Our next example is prove that analytic function with constant amplitude is amplitude. So this is same as previous example. So given f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytic. Here u and v are functions of x and y. Okay, both u and v are functions of x and y. Okay, so if this function is analytic, then this satisfies CR equations. That means d by u by d by x is equal to d by v by d by y, and d by u by d by y is equal to minus d by v by d by x. Also we have given this function having constant amplitude. So f of z has constant amplitude, that means tan inverse of phi upon u is equal to constant. Okay, amplitude means tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part of given complex function. So shift this tan inverse toward right side, we get phi upon u as it is. After shifting this, we get tan c. Tan inverse become tan by shifting right side. And now shift this u toward right side, we get phi is equal to u into tan c. So here tan c is constant. And now for using these CR equations, we required derivative of this equation. So differentiate this equation with respect to x as well as with respect to y. So differentiate with respect to x. So derivative become partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to partial derivative of u with respect to x into this constant tan c as it is. And now this is our equation 1. So before that I will shift this toward left side. So therefore partial derivative of u with respect to x into tan c minus partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0. And now this become our equation number 1. Okay, this is our equation 1. Now differentiate equation star with respect to y. So differentiating this with respect to y, we get partial derivative of phi with respect to y is equal to partial derivative of u with respect to y into tan c constant as it is. Now convert both equation either in partial derivative with respect to x or in partial derivative with respect to y. So I will convert this with partial derivative with respect to x, and for that we are using CR conditions or CR equations. So here partial derivative of phi with respect to y. So before that I will simplify this. Del by u by del by y into tan c minus partial derivative of phi with respect to y is equal to 0. And now I will apply CR conditions here. So del by u by del by y. So replace this term by minus del by v by del by x into tan c as it is. Then minus partial derivative of phi with respect to y. Instead of that, I am using partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0, since by CR equations. Okay. And now this become our equation number 2. Now from these two equations, first of all, I will remove term of partial derivative of phi with respect to x. And for that, I will check what are the coefficient of partial derivative of phi with respect to x in equation 2 and in equation 1. So in equation 1, partial derivative of phi with respect to x having coefficient 1. So multiplying equation 2 by equation 1, by 1, that means nothing. Okay. And then take subtraction of both these equations. So take subtraction because both having the same sign, and multiply equation 1 by coefficient of partial derivative of phi with respect to x. So that means by tan c. So tan c into equation 1. So we get d by u by d by x into tan c into tan c. So we get tan square c minus tan c into d by v by d by x. D by v by d by x into tan c is equal to 0 into tan c is 0. And now equation 2 by 1, that means this equation 2 as it is, partial derivative of phi with respect to x into tan c minus partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0. And then take subtraction of these two equations, that means subtract equation 2 from equation 1. So this sign will get changed. Instead of minus we get plus, instead of minus we get plus. Here is also instead of plus we get minus. And these two terms are same with opposite sign. So these two terms will get cancelled. And now what is remaining? Partial derivative of u with respect to x into tan square c plus partial derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0 minus 0 is 0. So in that way we get tan square c plus 1 into partial derivative of u with respect to x, take common. So this implies d by u by d by x is equal to 0, since tan square c plus 1 is constant or non-zero constant. Okay. So after shifting this bracket toward right side, we get 0 divided by this constant, and 0 divided by any non-zero term become a 0. So derivative of u is 0, that means u is constant. U is constant function. And now similarly, we can show that phi is also constant function, and for that eliminate partial derivative of u with respect to x term from equation 2 and equation 1. So in equation 1, coefficient of partial derivative of u with respect to x is tan c, and in equation 2 coefficient is 1. So multiply equation 2 by tan c and equation 1 by 1. So 1 into equation 1, both having opposite sign, so take addition and multiply equation 2 by tan c, we get equation 1 as it is, that means partial derivative of u with respect to x into tan c minus partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0, and multiply equation 2 by tan c, we get minus partial derivative of phi with respect to x into tan c become tan square c minus partial derivative of u with respect to x into tan c is equal to 0. And now take addition of these two equations. So these two terms are same with opposite side. So this term will get cancelled, and what is remaining? Partial derivative of phi with respect to x into tan square c minus partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0. So we get minus into bracket 1 plus tan square c into partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0. Now this bracket is a non-zero constant. So shift this toward right side, we get 0 divided by non-zero constant is again 0. That means we get partial derivative of phi with respect to x is equal to 0. So this implies phi is constant function, and therefore f of z is equal to u plus iv is constant, because both u and v are constant. Okay. All of you try to solve this example at home, which is same as like previous two examples. So here we have given f of x is analytic function and v square is equal to u. Then show that f of z is a constant function. So if f of z is analytic, then f of z satisfies CR conditions, and given v square is equal to u, that means v square minus u is equal to 0. So as usual, differentiate this equation with respect to x and y, and then use CR condition and convert this in single variable, either u or phi. We get derivative of u is a constant. Similarly, we get derivative of phi is a constant. That means both u and v are constant, and therefore f of z is a constant function. Okay, so in that way we can easily prove that this function f of z is a constant function under the condition f of z is an analytic function and v square is equal to u. Okay.